Hello everybody and welcome back, where today we're taking another look at a piece of tech, but today it's the Antlion Modmic Wireless. Now the Modmic Wireless is a very well regarded piece of VR tech for a very good reason, and it's a microphone that is unlike the other mics that I reviewed on the channel, which are general podcasty audio gaming mics. This is a VR specific microphone, so if you're looking for a VR mic solution that is very convenient to swap out and in, very small, and quite out the way and discreet and very good quality, this is for you. So we're taking a look at it today. The unboxing experience is fairly simple. The box has all the details about the mic, what it looks like, its operating functions all over the box, with a couple pieces of tape on the top to remove and get it out of there. I'm also going to say thank you to Antlion Audio for sending this over for review. The Modmic Wireless, which this is, there is a regular Modmic that comes in for cheaper, but the Modmic Wireless comes in at £139.95. But if you want to get it renewed, you can get it at £106 over on their website. It's good they give you that option as factory refurbed, but taking it out of the box, it feels premium. The box itself is fairly standard, but when you open it up, you get a lovely carrying case for the Modmic, making it easy to transport with everything packed in there that you need. So it can fit everything at all, from wires to the mic itself and to the receiver. It feels very good quality, and it's nice to know that you can transport the Modmic with care. When you open it up, you get a piece of card on top telling you how to use the extender for the receiver, which we'll talk about in a bit. It's a very simple piece of kit, but it is very useful, especially if you're away from your PC or your console where you've plugged it into. This mic does work with PC and PS5, but not with Xbox. But we'll elaborate a little bit further on how you connect to each platform in a bit. Included as well is a micro USB cable. These feel fairly nice, they're pretty standard. It is not USB-C though, but again, micro USB is something that a lot of people should have adopted a while ago, so you should have some lying around if you misplace the one that comes with it, along with the USB receiver for the Modmic that comes in nicely there as well. The Modmic itself is a nice feeling bit of kit. On the one hand, you've got the adapter, which is magnetic, which lets you attach it quickly to different items essentially and different surfaces, which we'll talk about in depth in a little minute. And you've also got the main button on that side for muting, pairing and turning on and off. And on the other side, at the end of that little posable boom, which doesn't feel loose at all, it feels very nice quality, is the microphone itself. And the microphone does have a little switch on the front, which you can turn it from omnidirectional to cardioid directional in terms of where the mic is facing and what it's picking up. You're not hearing this microphone in particular right now. This is my Fine Ampli Tank 3, which I use for my normal voiceover, but we'll get into some voice comparisons with VR headset microphones and the Modmic in a little bit. You also get a bag full of attachment points, essentially. One, to hold a cable in place for your extender if you want to put it somewhere, and two, for attaching to different surfaces. How the Modmic works is it has a little magnet in the side of it which snaps into place and slots in with these attachment points, which have adhesive on the backside. This adhesive is replaceable if you end up wanting to switch it out for a different location for your attachment point for your microphone, and they're very easy to replace, but they stick on very well. This makes it so that you can swap out where the Modmic is attached to depending on which headset or which pair of headphones or whatever platform you want to use. You don't need to relegate it to just say your PSVR2 or your normal pair of headphones or your Vive or your Quest. You can swap it out very quickly, which is an awesome unique feature to this. So we'll quickly get on to attaching it directly to a headset, and to use a headset as an example, here's my DPVR E4, the headset we're going to be focusing on today because its mic quality isn't the best. It's perfectly serviceable for occasional clips, but if you wanted to record full gameplay, the Modmic is exactly the microphone that you'd want to really replace this one with. So I quickly test out where I want the Modmic to be sat and then go and grab the attachment point to attach it to the headset. After rubbing the area with the included alcohol wipe, you then go ahead and attach the attachment point. This sticks on after a good 30 seconds or so. You want to be holding it on for. It will attach immediately, but just make sure that it's in there in place. And if it feels a little loose, you can always replace it with one of the included replaceable adhesive strips that go on the back of the attachment point. But now that it's sat on there nicely and I've got the angle just right, you want the angle to be slightly down. The boom does bend a fair bit, and is easy to pose, but you want the mic to be pointing down a little bit so it's easy for it to get in front of your face for good audio clarity, and it feels strong on there. It's not going to come off, even though I shake the headset a fair bit, and I do a bit more testing of that later. It doesn't feel like it's going to come off at all. What you then want to do after everything's charged as well on the main Modmic piece is go and plug in your receiver to whatever platform you want. For now, we'll choose PC, so we plug it right in there, and that will show up in your PC settings once everything is on as the Antlion audio Modmic. Whether you're looking at it in OBS or in your normal PC settings for microphone or Discord, it will show up there as a normal microphone device, so everything works perfectly as it should. If you'll notice though, no lights are coming on, and that's because the receiver is facing the wrong way for where I am in the room. To alleviate this, we can use the extender that is included in the whole package itself. It's the second cable you will get, and that means that you can plug in the receiver so you can see its light indicator, which helps with knowing when the microphone is paired and when it's muted, because that is going to be on the side of your face, so you won't be able to see it. The receiver mimics all the lights that are on the side of the mic itself. So you can see with the receiver, I can place it however I want, and I can turn on the mic and they go solid blue light when they're both paired and connected together. And you can see that when you press the main button, it goes red, corresponding on the receiver as well, telling you that the mic's muted or unmuted. Is what that red light indicator means. This has been reliable all the time and is paired really quickly, no matter whether I was using the extender or not. It's just a normal USB extender and it works great. So no problems there at all with pairing or setting it up for PC. Then once you're done to power the unit off, you just hold down on the button for 2 seconds and let go, and it'll turn off both units. As you can see, it sits on the DPVR E4 just fine with no hassle. It doesn't come off at all. It doesn't feel loose. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall off and hit me in the face or anything like that. And no matter if I move, punch, swing, shoot, whatever, it's not going anywhere. So now that you've seen it in action, let's jump in and listen to it compared to the DPVR E4 microphone on my headset. This is the DPVR E4 microphone, the built-in one. Couple of issues with it. Its plosives go absolutely nuts with any wind blowing at the mic. It also peaks a little bit too much for my liking. And when listening in stereo, so with your left and right channels, it's slightly weighted to one side. I want to say the left. You can fix this by flattening out your audio, but that means that in-game audio will also be flattened out to no left and right channel. Even though you'll get both, there'll be no separation. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag using this one, but it's the one I have been using for basically all of my VR videos for PSVR in the past. But this is what that sounds like. And this is the Antlion Modmic, which is just sitting on the side of my face. This is on the cardioid mode and not the omnidirectional mode, I'm fairly sure. Should sound a fair bit better with the plosives, with the wind, with the movement, just with generally how my voice sounds as well. It should be a whole lot better. But yeah, that is with the Antlion microphone. This is what that sounds like. We're just in the lobby of Blade and Sorcery, and it should sound a great deal better than the previous microphone on the DPVR E4 headset that you've been listening to. And this one is a lot, less hassle to deal with, essentially. And this is the Antlion Modmic in its surround mode, essentially. So it'll basically take in everything omnidirectionally from any direction, and it still should sound pretty good, but it might sound a little less cozy, I want to say, is the word that my brain's going to, but it should sound a little bit less refined for my voice, really, compared to the cardioid directional mode. This is everywhere, omnidirectional, which is perfect for if you've got multiple places that sound is coming from, or say you've got the mic in a bit of a weird position because of your setup. This is the mode that you want, but yeah, that's what that sounds like with the omnidirectional mode from all around. I'll move around a little bit, move my head, see what the wind noise is like. We'll have a little punch, a little swing. We'll get out a little lightsaber. We'll do whatever. But yeah, it's completely solid on there. The microphone feels good, and I'm not really worried about it going anywhere. I move my head a lot, and it just sits there on its little magnetic mount with no really interference noise or whatever. It's great. Now that you've heard it on PC, let's switch over to a different platform. So we're going to attach the second included magnetic point onto my Pulse 3D headphones. It's a little thing, doesn't increase its profile very much when it's just in its little magnetic mount, but pressing that onto the headphones, it goes on without a hitch after I put the alcohol wipe on it. And again, the microphone sits completely fine on there when I'm wearing it on my PSVR2. When looking at using it with a PS5, you just plug that receiver in, and what you want to do after that, once both things are on, is go onto your settings. So for example, I'm using the Pulse 3D headset in its Bluetooth mode as well, as my audio source for output. So I want the sound in my head, so I switch to the wireless headset in my sound settings and go to my microphone settings and select the Antlion wireless microphone. So that means that my mic's being picked up for my input audio, but my output is still going to my separate Bluetooth headphones, which is awesome that you can manually select which inputs and outputs you want. So you can have a pair of headphones and then use the mic independently as your microphone source, even if you're connected to a different pair of headphones that aren't linked to the microphone in any way. And it works great on PS5, so here's a little audio test of that. This is the audio from the normal wireless Pulse headset, just in a still lobby of Helldivers 2. This is what the frankly awful pinhole microphone sounds like in that headset. I've used it once before in a video and it was absolutely horrendous, and I never used it again, but this is what that sounds like, and it sounds very, very bad. And this is the audio of the Antlion Modmic, which you might hear a little bit of rattle in. It's just because I'm holding it with my hand. I haven't quite attached it to my headphones just yet at this stage in the video. But this is what that sounds like. Much, much better. Again, ignore any little bumps and rattles. It's just because I'm holding it handheld, which you wouldn't hear using it normally attached. But this is what it sounds like through the compression of a PS5. But my God, does it sound so much better than, say, the wireless microphone through the Pulse headphones, which Sony offer. And I'm going to be using this probably for my PSVR2 videos going forward, because my God, it sounds so much better. And this is the microphone of the PSVR2 built in. It's lower by a couple decibels because it peaks a lot more out of the factory, but this is the audio level of that. The plosives are not too bad for a microphone that's literally positioned right above my mouth, but it can peak a little easily, especially at high tones, but it is a decent microphone and it's perfectly fine and serviceable for making content with, in my opinion. But how does it sound compared to the Modmic? Is it better? Is it worse? What do you feel? But yeah. After testing the Modmic for quite a while, I can happily say I really like this thing. It's so modular in terms of where you can attach it. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall off at all. Its audio quality is pretty stellar no matter what mode you're in. And for PCVR headsets where you just want that better quality audio with a battery life of 12 hours as well, it is genuinely great. It is a little bit on the expensive side, but it is a very small piece of kit that's going to give you more exceptional audio quality than you would through simply a Quest mic or a DPVR mic or even a PSVR2 mic. Thank you once again for Antlion Audio for sending it over to review. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to their advancements in the future, whatever that may bring. And this is a genuine piece of kit that I would recommend if you're looking to get into content creation, if you have the budget, or if you just hate the sound of your Pulse headset's microphone and want something genuinely a lot more pricey, but a lot better than what you got. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you to our patrons and YouTube members, Luke Bentley, Phil Irving, Hazit Mirza, Ace Gamer, Hippie Pickle, Jin007, A License to Chill, Sun WTF, Piosco, and Fat Controllers. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.